Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you had a great weekend. This is Sami with T3. I wanted to go over a rule that I came up with many years ago actually. It's a management rule that allows you to protect large gains in case the stock goes against you. Now, as you probably know, I like to play gaps. But the thing about gaps, due to the momentum the gaps create, gapping stocks can move a lot after the open without really giving you any pivots or reference points to lower your stop to if you're short or to raise your stop to if you're long. So I use pivots for management, and what used to happen all the time was the stock would, let's say, drop really hard, just like so. Let me go to the smaller time frame. Would drop really hard, and then I would say, well, there's no pivots. So as soon as it started to go against me, I would jump out, okay, and end up 8, 9 out of 10 times getting out early and leaving a lot of money on the table. Or I would say on an all-day hold, the once was supposed to be an all-day hold this morning, I would wait for a 15-minute pivot, and then a pivot means a lower high on either side of a bar that creates a pivot. See this? Lower high on either side of a bar that creates a pivot. So if I were to draw it, that's a pivot, right? That's a pivot. These are lower highs. These are pivot lows at the bottom, and those are called pivot highs, or high pivots, low pivots. So again, I would either jump out as soon as it went against me, or I'd wait for a pivot on the 15-minute chart, and sometimes you don't get the pivot. The stock just keeps going, right, without pivoting. So I would either get out early or give everything back, and sometimes some more. Well, that's when I came up with what I call the 2R rule. And the 2R rule says that if an open position goes against you, the maximum you can give back, no matter where the pivot is, no matter what the management is 2 R's. So 2 R's means 2 risk units. I risk $500 per trade on day trades, $1,000 on swing trades. So the maximum I'm allowed to give back on an open position, regardless of the management method used, is 2 R's. Let me show you what happened with the once today. Once I was in it short this morning. Show you the play. Very, very nice setup. 1, 2, 3 on the 1-minute chart. Now, the gap was pretty amazing, I thought. Gapped under support. Big gap. But if you look at this is the daily time frame. If you look at the weekly chart, we gapped well below support, but you know, that's support, so we gapped under it. I honestly thought we would get down to 35. I know that was like almost a fantasy target, but I thought we could get there. It was under major support. Everybody that was in it today woke up sitting on a large loss. And I thought once the selling gets going, it'll start that snowball effect and maybe go climactic to 35 or so. Well, I was right about it. Very, very nice what we call a 1, 2, 3. This was called for the room also as a short, and it dropped nicely. I took half at the lows, and then the back half I waited because I thought this is an all-day hold, right? So I decided this is an all-day hold. I don't have a pivot though. This is not really a pivot, but if it went up to 44.70, my entry was at 45.25. If it goes, I thought if it goes to 44.70, which is this little pivot, or it's not a pivot really, 44.70 is this bar's high, I will have given back 2 R's, right? Because it dropped to 41. So 41 to 45 almost, that's $4. I had 200 shares. I had 400 at the open, but I took half. So I thought that would be about 2 R's. Okay, I'm going to lower my stop on the back half to there, even though it's not a pivot, right? And I was specifically looking for a pivot on the 15-minute chart. There's no pivot. But that's kind of what the 2R rule is to protect you from giving back everything. So here's my P&L. I was up more, but I was up $1,500. So I give back about $800 to $1,000 on the retracement. But at least I didn't give it all back, and I'm not even negative. Does that make sense? So that's the 2R rule, is it limits what you can give back, whether there is a pivot or there isn't a pivot, whether there is whatever it is. It limits what you can give back. And I thought I would just share that with you. All right? Hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope it benefits you in your trading, in your future trading. If you'd like to, we do these kind of mini lectures or lessons all day, every day in the Black Room. So if you'd like to join me there, you're more than welcome to. Just contact T3 Live, okay? Go to the website or contact our customer service, T3 Live. Customer service at t3live.com, or just call the number on the website. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and have a wonderful week this week.